brings us to our team. So let's break down the players. Because we got schemes, we got personnel, but let's talk about the guys, the
Okay.
offense, the defense. At this point in the season, 7-5-1, going into week 15, who is your offensive and defensive MVP thus far this season?
Hmm. I think offensive would be our best player, Terry,
Yep.
because the games that we feature him in, we are much more successful, much more competitive.
Yeah.
So I started thinking about Brian Robinson, honestly, which is with the resurgence of when he's come in and been when he finally became healthy and played. He's made a huge difference. But I am going to go Terry. On defense, it's our two nose tackles.
Yeah.
Our deep tackles. I mean, I say this every week, but I guess
Yep.
it's like they've just finally become the wrecking crew that I was hoping they would be when we drafted both of them. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on Terry. Honestly, when I first saw this and I saw MVP, my first thought was, well, the MVP every year is Tress Way, the most consistent, day in, day out, comes to work, does his job, and is not a bad dude, on the side either.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So, but going with offense, I just think it's hard to go elsewhere. From day one, he's been the guy. Caught the game winner in the first one. He sat
Yeah.
here and consistently got catches. That Colts game, his catch was the difference. That was the motivation that brought us down. And each game, that Philly game, there was a couple plays that he made. One that it was thrown in a way that the corner could have easily jumped it, but Terry McLaurin came back to the ball, and something that you teach wide receivers to do, he did it. So he made sure he could catch it, and it was a first down that we needed to keep the thing, to secure that victory. So, I mean, he's our leader. He's moved into that role. He's been more vocal about it. So, yeah, I'm right on board with you. Jared said Payne. You said those defensive guys. I, you know, I, I kind of agree with you, but in interest, in the spirit of trying to give more people in this, I'm going to go ahead and say the guy that you've been talking about, man. I'm going to go ahead and say Jamin Davis. He leads the team. I understand. He leads the team in tackles on defense. Yo, he has 51 solo, but 78 total. He's got two fumble recoveries, got 3 sacks. Not major numbers, but his improvement, and especially in the absence of Cole Holcomb, has absolutely been paramount. It's been the one thing that we've needed that's kind of just sustained that defense. We, like you said, that front line is gold. You know what I mean? And I wonder how good, because they work well in tandem, the Alabama boys, Payne and Jonathan Allen. So but it's interesting to see that in a spot with Jamin Davis, we kind of were worried once Cole Holcomb was gone, like, okay, well, what's going on? Can he take over the reins? But him coming in and stepping up, especially in that absence, is just, it's what we needed. And hey, MVP might be a stretch, but I didn't want to say the same thing you said, so that's where I'm gonna go with that.
Well, it's a great answer because, like you said, we were thin going in at linebacker, and the guy who we were secure about has been hurt for half the season, and he's gone the rest of the season. So someone needed to step up. And I even read this week where Jamin Davis is wearing the green dot now. So he's calling the plays.
Ooh.
Which, they had him doing last year, and it was just too much.
Yeah.
But that's just showing his evolution and making strides. And like you said, it's been needed. I think the reason, obviously, because of the play, but what most surprised me this year about our interior D tackles is their pass rush. Deron Payne has never been a pass rush specialist.
No.
And yet he's become that this year. And that's what separated him, in my opinion. He's always been this guy who would take up space, take up blockers, eat up stuff for other guys to eat. Now he's been getting his, and that's been huge for us.
Oh yeah.
And absolutely. I think I don't know what we do without him next year, truthfully.
Yeah. Yeah, and going back through the years, we've definitely talked about kind of the moves that we thought they were going to make, and we said that this is a contract year for him. But he's far exceeded expectations this year. You know what I mean? I mean, to your point, like, he is a threat in the rush, and not just to clog up the line. Like, he's a threat to, if not get to the quarterback, disrupt that play. How many times? I mean, the Atlanta game, that tip pass was the difference in the ball game. So, definitely well deserving. So, definitely.
He has 8.5 sacks. Never thought I'd see him get that many.
No, not at all.
I mean, our 2 D tackles have 16 sacks in the season.
Pretty good. Maybe they should have been the one talking about tag team sack record.
Breaking records.
You know what I mean? But even Montez Sweat, man, even with him not being singular, being by himself and not paired with Chase Young, I think, and you're one that you have said called him out, like you need to step it up, stop the jibber jabber, and let's go. And he has through this year, and by the help of that D line, he's definitely stepped up this season coming in, and he's a threat, man. He's a threat and cleaning up a lot. Whatever the interior guys don't get.
Yeah, I mean, you could make the argument that the entire defensive line is the MVP on the defense. Because like you said, 8.5, 7.5, and 7 sacks for Sweat. So that's kind of the production we thought all along we'd be seeing out of that many first-round picks. And you're right. I was so concerned about his selfish play of 2021 that would he adapt to this scheme? And I was ready to put money down that Ron would cut him at the end of the year because he wouldn't. But he has. He's played a whole lot better. It'll be interesting to see these last couple games with if his buddy comes back. What changes?
Come on now. Let's see. Because my mantra is not broke, do not fix it.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.